Hey everybody. So I want to demo metrics quickly because it may not be immediately obvious how some of the advanced features with metrics work. And particularly, I'm referring to the override you can do for each specific job. And I'll explain this a little bit. So by default, metrics are set based on statuses. So if you look at the tooltip, it'll tell you what status will add a job to your offer rate, for example. So here, if your status is offer received, offer accepted, or offer rejected, that considers that application having received an offer. So, and the same thing for interview rate and applied rate. There's specific, depending on the status, that job application will be counted towards that metric. Now, there is an override within these specific jobs. Like if I tap iOS engineer here for Spotify and I tap edit, there's an override, and it's set metrics yourself, which also has a tooltip that explains the override. And instead of it being based on the defaults, it'll be based on the override. And the reason this is added, and it explains in the tooltip too, is because you can now add custom sections inside of the app. So if I go back to the board and I add a section, and we'll just call it test. I will tap add, and then I'll have the new section. So if, and by the way, I ran through this demo before, so that's why that value was pre-populated. I probably need to add a bug fix to clear that each time you enter. But anyway, if I drag a job into test, right? Or just for an example, maybe I want to consider this job to be a job that I've received an offer for. But because it's not in offer received, offer accepted, or offer rejected, it's not by default considered a job I've received an offer for. So if I want to make that the case to where it's considered a job I've received an offer for, I'll tap edit, and I'll set that custom metric for received offer. So I'll tap done. I will go back to the dashboard, and now the count for offer rate is 11 where it was previously 10. So that's how you override metrics, and that's sort of how metrics work in general. So in the future, I plan to allow users to be able to set their own metrics, and then also maybe set their own values too. Like here, there's this set list of things you can set to each job application. I'll probably add something to where you can set your own custom values to save to each job application. So let me know if there are any specific feature requests. That's how metrics works. And give it a shot, and I will see you on the next one.